So welcome to the Transportation Engineering Lab. So in this lab we have an experiment called aggregate impact value. So the aggregate impact value is nothing but it is the value which is found on the aggregate for its resistance against toughness. So when is an aggregate called to be a tough one? So it is measured to its sudden load, so that is called as an impact load. Okay, so this is the aggregate impact value apparatus. So this is the handle we have, and here we have a reading. It is initially it is 0, so we are going to give some number of blows here, then we will get the final reading here. And next we have these two collars, and the total weight of this impact value is 45 to 60 kgs. This apparatus total weight is 45 to 60 kgs. And we have a hammer here like this. It is having a weight of 13 to 15 kgs, and the height of this is 380 plus or minus 5 mm. So the thing what we are going to do is that we have to keep the aggregate here like this, and we have to measure this, which is going to be shown in the procedure. So for conducting aggregate impact value, these are the equipments that are required. The first one is, this is a measuring cylinder in which we are measuring the aggregates, and this is a cylindrical cup in which this is inserted into the machine, that is test. And the thing, this is a tamping rod, so you can see the tamping rod here. So this is used for tamping the sample that is poured in the cylinders. And we have a 12.5 mm, we have a 12.5 mm sieve here, and 10 mm sieve, and this is pan, and we have a 2.36 sieve here, and this is a pan of that. So let's start the experiment once we know this apparatus required. The aggregates are collected from the storage like this, and they are poured on 12.5 mm sieve. Later, below this, a 10 mm sieve is fixed, and aggregate is, and the sieves are shaped so that the aggregates which are retaining on 10 mm sieve shall be taken for the experiment. So these collected aggregates, these are on 12.5 mm sieve, and we are inserting it on the 10 mm sieve, and below that a pan is inserted like this, and a cap is also fixed onto this, and the sieve shaking starts now manually like this for 5 to 10 minutes in zigzag way, and also like this. So once the shaking is completed, so we have to remove the lids of all the sieves. Yes, we can observe that some of the aggregates have passed through this 12.5 mm sieve. So this we can observe here. Yes, this is the aggregates which are retained on 12.5 mm sieve, and these are on the 10 mm sieve. So these aggregates must be taken into this measuring cylinder, and these must be transferred into the cylindrical cup in the experiment. So once the shaking is completed, so we have to remove the lids of all the sieves. Yes, we can observe that some of the aggregates have passed through this 12.5 mm sieve. So this we can observe here. Yes, this is the aggregates which are retained on 12.5 mm sieve, and these are on the 10 mm sieve. So these aggregates must be taken into this measuring cylinder, and these must be transferred into the cylindrical cup in the experiment. So these aggregates are transferred into the measuring cylinder. First we have to measure up to 1/3 of this layer, and we have to tamp it 25 times using this tamping rod like this. Next we have to insert again 1/3 layer again, and we have to tamp it again using the tamping rod. So the size of the aggregate must be 12.5 to 10 mm, and the third layer is also inserted using this, and again it is tamped again. If there is an excess layer formation, so we have to cut it like this. You can also use trowel or also this stamping rod. The weight of the aggregate must be taken by using this. The aggregate is poured like this. The compacted aggregate is poured like this, and we can see that the weight of this aggregate as 0.320 kilograms or 320 grams. So this is the aggregate that is going to be used for the experiment. So this weighed aggregate is taken and transferred to this metal cup in 3 layers, like how we have did in the previous section, and it is compacted again by using a tamping rod with a gentle blows, and one more layer like this. Yes, and third layer, and this is the aggregate which is already, yes, this is the aggregate which is already cleaned using the water, and that was kept in the oven for 3 to 4 hours. And we have fixed ends here. This is one end, and we have another end. This is like this. So after keeping this metal cylinder here, we have to fix it using these grips. So let's watch the demonstration. So we have to keep the setup like this and fix it using these grips like this, so that it doesn't get distortion due to the heavy loads. Like this we have to fix the cup. Yes. After that we have to give 15 number of blows, and each blow must have a gap of not less than 1 second. Our technician will show how the number of blows will be given now. Please start. We have to count 15 blows. Yes. So the number of 15 blows have completed. Yes, we can see 15 number of blows here in this. So if you observe, there is a 15 number here. So we have given 15 number of blows. Yes, and after that we have to remove the cup of the cylinder like this. So we have to be careful while the experiment is going on. So this is the aggregate which is crushed due to the impact load, and this aggregate we have to pour into the 2.36 mm sieve. This is the aggregate which is given 50 number of blows, that is impact load. So this aggregate is poured directly into the 2.36 mm sieve here, and this sieve is also shaped, and the residue which is passing through this 2.36 mm is taken into weight. and this is sieved again like this. So this is sieved for 2 to 3 minutes again. So after the sieving, we have to observe that. So this is the aggregate which is retained on 2.36 mm sieve, and this is the dust which is passed to 2.36 mm sieve, and we have to weight this residue, and we have to calculate the aggregate impact value by W2 by W1 into 100. So W2 is the weight that is left after this 2.36 mm sieve, and W1 was the initial weight which we have taken. So now we are taking the weight using this weighing machine, and the dust or the thing which is passed through 2.36 mm sieve is taken weight like this, and we can see that 40 grams of that is crushed due to the impact load. So this is taken as W2. So now the same experiment is repeated for the second time, and also the average of 2 readings shall be considered for the final aggregate value of the given sample. So now we come to the calculation part. So the sample 1 and sample 2, we have to go for 2 types of samples. So when we observe this first column, we have the total weight of dry sample as W1, and the weight of portion passing through 2.36 mm sieve is W2, and the aggregate impact value is W2 by W1 into 100. So this 320 grams we can observe in the video. This is the dry weight of the sample that is passed, and this is 2.36, this 40 gram is 2.36 mm sieve sample, and the weight, that is the ratio of 40 and 320 gives 12.5%. Likewise, we have to do for the sample 2, the dry weight of aggregate, and that portion after the impact load is applied, and 16.6% will be the aggregate impact value of sample 2, and we have to take the average of these two values, and the final answer is 14.55%. So depending on the type of this value, we can use the following sample of aggregates for construction of roadworks like flexible and rigid pavements, and also for building construction and for runways and for different types. So based on this aggregate impact value only, the consideration of aggregate will be done for different types of construction work in civil engineering. Thank you for watching this video.